That day, when they left me Saturday, I stopped by the premises of the High Court there. I think there's a High Court in Ikeja. Used the ATM there to withdraw the sum of 10,000. Thereafter, I proceeded to a pharmacy to buy drugs and stuff to use because my eye was bloodshot and I was feeling pain all over my face from the treatment I got. So Monday morning, I came to the SARS office again, and along with officers Sanusi Olivet and Michael Mobebe, and my two accusers, Lovett and the boyfriend, we got into my car again, and they drove down to Egbeda. Now, on the way, I now asked them, I said, well, if we get there and these people claim they don't know me, that I'm not in cahoots with them, does it mean I'm free? He said, yes. I said, okay. So when we got there, Officer Michael and I went upstairs. It was a complex, a shopping complex. We went upstairs to the office. And when we got there, we met the boss. And the moment he mentioned why he came, that's Officer Michael, that he was the one that called on Saturday, but that he's not really here for travel business, that he came on behalf of Lovett. The boss fled up and he was like, why would you come for Lovett? That girl is silly, that he had told her that he wasn't going to be involved in her case anymore. And so Officer Michael now said, what really happened? So he said he had he was one that agreed to do visa or to help file visa application for the lady and her sister. But that when they got to Abuja for the visa application at the US Embassy, the sister was given a visa while Lovett was denied. So they came back. They went with the company of that said Benga. So when they came back, he said he told her that he has to represent her again, maybe 2 weeks later, that all she needed to do was pay the sum of 64,000. That's the visa application fee, that he was going to represent the case and she'll get the visa. But that she refused and said she doesn't have any money and that she doesn't even want to do a visa application to the US again. So he now said, what exactly does she want? She said she wanted to do a visa application to Italy. And he said he told her no. That he was now explaining to Officer Michael that why he did not agree to that was because she was a Benin girl, or she is a Benin girl, and at that point, Benin and Italy, they do not go well, that they will deny a visa. So, unknown to him, when she left his office, I think Benga called her aside and told her that he'll be able to do the Schengen visa to Italy for her. And that was how she gave him the sum of 800,000 to do the visa. Now, he actually did it for her, but when she got to the airport, she was apprehended for having a fake visa. So when they asked her how she came about it, she told them it was through an agent. So they now told her that if she can produce the agent that did the fake visa for her, they will know how to tackle the matter. So I think that was how they set up a sting operation. And for the fact that she had my number, I don't know how she confused it, and they called me based on that. So that was how that whole issue went. Well, when we got to the office, the first thing Michael did was to ask the man if he knew me or if I worked for him. And the man said no. He also asked me if I knew the man, and I said no. Asked if I knew the said Benga, and I said no. So with that, I thought to myself, well, now I'm free from their clutches. So, but Michael now told the man that he'll need to go to the station with them. And the man agreed, but said on one condition, he has to put a call through to his lawyer, which they agreed to. So he called his lawyer and told them he should meet him at the SARS office. Well, in retrospect, I was now thinking, this was what they denied me. I mean, I was begging them for them to allow me make a phone call. They didn't. Well, we got in my car and we drove to the station. When we got to ENDSARS in Ikeja. When we got there, his lawyer was already waiting. So they asked him to write a statement. He wrote it. And I was thinking again, this was what they also denied me. They didn't allow me to write my own statement. So the man wrote his statement in the presence of his lawyer, and he promised that he was going to help them to apprehend that Benga who collected the money. So they let him go. So when it was my turn, I asked Michael if I was free to go, that he should give me my car keys. He now said that I needed to bail the car, and that moreover, he would want me to sign a bond. I said, what for? I don't understand. He said, no, that in case they don't apprehend the Benga, or the matter is just left hanging, that my car will be in surety, that at the end of the day, they might have to sell the car in order to raise the amount. So they brought the bond, and I signed, I think, to the tune of 800,000. Thereafter, he now said, well, how are you going to bail your car? So we talked here and there, and at the end of the day, I agreed to give him the sum of 10,000, of which he collected. And that was how he let me go. So I collected my car keys and drove home. Now, instead of going home directly, I now thought, these people had paraded me at Ojo police station. I mean, I usually go to that area. I don't want a case where this policeman will see me and they'll be pointing, oh, look at him, because they know my car and they know my face. So I went to the office of the DPO. I told him I was the person that they brought some days earlier on that charge, and that I've been to the SARS office with them.
DPO, which police station?
Ojo police station.
Okay.
Yes. I went back to meet him. And I told him all that transpired over those 3 days that I was in the hands of the ENDSARS officers. So I thanked him because he was the only person that actually believed my story. All the others, the other police officers and SARS didn't. And at the end of the day, I also told him to admonish some of his policemen, because he gave an express order for them not to take me to SARS, but they refused. I don't know what they discussed with my accusers.